I've been served with a foreclosure. How long do I have before I'm evicted? I'm Steve Kramer of the Kramer Law Firm. I'm a Florida foreclosure defense attorney. This question of how long till you get evicted after you're served with a foreclosure is one that almost every person facing foreclosure deals with. And the bottom line is, the biggest factor is it depends whether you defend that lawsuit or not. Because if you don't defend that lawsuit, in 20 days you can be defaulted, and hypothetically you can be out of your house extremely quickly. Default is where you lose automatically. If you don't file some kind of response to the lawsuit, then you're going to lose automatically. All right? So it's important that you defend that. The next question is do you have an attorney or don't you have an attorney? If you have an attorney, this process can take a very long time because we have a lot of tools in our arsenal to make this case, so to speak, drag on and get you more time by raising really legitimate defenses. And there's a whole lot of defenses that you can raise. You own this property until the day the bank takes it away from you. And as long as you own that property, you're able to use it and get the benefit of that property. If you don't have an attorney, you won't have these tools. If you defend this thing yourself, you're walking into a very complex system. The courts are not forgiving to people that represent themselves, what we call pro se clients. You're held to the same standards that attorneys are. You're expected to know the same rules that attorneys know. You're expected to know the same laws. And the bottom line is, even attorneys have a tough time keeping up with laws because laws are always changing. Procedures are always changing. You may not know that you're entitled to a mandatory mediation. You may not know that there's such thing as a motion for rehearing when you lose a summary judgment, which is where most foreclosure cases are decided. You might not know this information, and there's going to be dramatic time difference between having an attorney in your case and not having an attorney in your case. And there's also going to be big difference between having a foreclosure attorney in your case and another type of attorney who happens to be handling your foreclosure. Now, why am I telling you this? Because if you're facing a foreclosure, you want to know when you're going to lose your house, when you're going to be forced out. And the bottom line is, hopefully that never happens. Hopefully everything works out and you handle it on your own terms, and that's what we want to do for you. You can call me below at the number below to talk about your situation. I'd love to talk with you. Also, if you're watching this video on Facebook or YouTube, click the like button. This way you can share this information I'm giving you with your friends and family. I'm sure they can benefit from it as well. Thank you for watching. I'm Steve Kramer of the Kramer Law Firm.